overview course on the tools and testers. So that's why we have designed this course, and we have kept presentations from all across. Like we are having OEMs of the tools and testers itself. Then we have got presentation from the network equipment manufacturers. Then we have got presentation from the operators, and also presentation from the user community, a few of the LSAs, and also particularly from the regulatory angle. To give the overview, we have got presentation from TEC, TRAI, DOT, apart from, of course, India PRIT. So we have tried to have an 360-degree view of the tools and testers ecosystem in this course. So this is an overview, sir. Anyway, Ashok will be giving the details of the program down the lane. So I will not take more time. I will go to my assigned duty of welcoming. So first of all, I really welcome our Kumar Chok sir, my honorable member service and Digitelecom, who has always been our moral support and who has been giving all kinds of encouragement. Hearty welcome to you, sir, for this inaugural function. And also senior DDG, I do not welcome him. He is the motivation for whatever we are doing in India PRIT. He has been a stellar influence to all our activities and full support. So welcome to you, sir. And I also welcome all the officers who have logged in this program, India PRIT from NGI as well as in the field. And of course, all the participants who have, and actually there is a very good response for this course. About 90 participants have registered for this course. I'm sure that they will be having a good learning experience for the next 4 weeks through this course. So once again, welcome to you all, and over to Ashok for carrying forward.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for nice introduction. And you rightly said that under the leadership of our head of NTI PRIT, UK Srivastava sir, and with blessing of our member and DGT Jog sir, we are able to organize such training program. So thank you, sir. I'll take a brief time on introducing about the course, and then we'll proceed further, sir. So if you look at your screen, sir, these are the broad topics which we will be covering during the training program. It is RF planning tool. So mainly nowadays for USOF sites, DOT headquarter is assigning RF planning to the LSA. So this will come handy to such LSA who are involved in USO related RF planning aspects. We will also be covering the drive test and post-processing tool. This is mainly required for rollout application testing. Our field officers are actually moving to the field and doing drive test along with the TSP. So with this training, they will be more aware about the technology and the other aspect of it. As part of the duty, our field units also do the EMF measurement of 10% of DTS site. So that is also an important aspect, and we have training module on that also. And then, of course, we will be having session related to rollout application and quality of service testing. And we also have certain sessions from some of the LSAs where they will be sharing their experience and best practices. And finally, we'll have a group activity in informal presentation and role play at the towards the end of the session, sir. So if you look at the training program like RF planning tool, is my screen coming on? Yeah. So RF planning tool. So basically we have arranged, so there is an in-house session by RF planning tool. So the session would be taken by our DDG, Sunil Kumar sir. And also we have session from Ericsson and Aircom and the FOSS. So there are 4 different entities. A wide variety of aspect will be brought in related to RF planning. That in the field also, many of the TSPs are using actually different tools, and which our officers are licensed with them. So it will be overview of all types of tool available in the market. And then regarding the drive test, training on the drive test tool, so we are having a large number of sessions from Nokia and Ericsson. So they are the OEM of the equipment. So how they perceive the drive test and all. And we also have OEM of the drive test tool like Keysight would be taking the session. And we also have 3 operators, BSNL, Jio, and Airtel. They will tell that how they do the drive test and which tool they are using. So all aspects they will also be covering. So basically on drive test, there will be a wide variety of sessions from various stakeholders. Similarly, on post-processing tool, the same set of expert speaker from OEM of the equipment, OEM of the mobile equipment, operators will be coming as expert speaker in our program. And then the session related to EMF measurement tools. So we have representative from NADA, the equipment manufacturer from which we have bought the equipment, and their Indian partner Fastech. And we also have some of the LSAs would be taking the session because they have gained expertise on doing EMF testing, and they will also be sharing their best practices. Sir, on the next topic related to experience sharing, so we have chosen 3 LSAs, Maharashtra LSA, Kerala LSA, and AP LSA, who will be sharing their experience related to rollout obligation, related to EMF measurement, related to drive test, rather all aspect of our roles and responsibility which we have in the LSA related to this training. And then related to the rollout obligation. So what are those rollout obligations which our field unit have to perform? So those will also be taken by DOT headquarters. So DOT headquarters has issued the rollout obligation. So we have a session from DOT headquarters. And second, on TSTP, test procedure, test schedule and test procedure, which has been issued by TEC. So we have a speaker from TEC on this. And then quality of service testing. So normally major quality of service testing is done by TRAI. So we have a speaker from TRAI on that. And then on EMF portal itself, the EMF portal developer, the Rambol would be taking through the functionality of the EMF portal. So we have a team of experts from Rambol who would be taking the session. And then we have group presentation finally, which I talked about. And there'll be 4 groups or 5 groups made out of the participants, and they would be presenting on various aspects. So now with this introduction, I would request my senior DDG, Sri UK Srivastava sir, who is heading NTI PRIC, for a special address on this occasion.
Thank you very much, Ashok and Sunil. Sri VK Jog, Honorable Member Services and Director General Telecom, officers from LSA and various units of DOT, including from TEC. There are officers from TRAI also. My colleagues from NTI PRIC, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to this very important course inauguration on tools and testers. As Sunil was saying, that there's a lot of importance of tools and testers in order to ensure that the network behaves properly. All of us know that the quality of service testing was being done by, so far it was being done by TRAI. But now the department has taken a decision, and drive tests will be also conducted by our officers in order to ensure that there are no more call drops and proper data, etc., is being downloaded and received. Apart from the drive test, which is done for rollout obligation. So all these important aspects of various responsibilities that LSS have with regard to network, RF planning, etc., they will be covered during this program. And it's very important. Many a times it happens that we are not able to decipher the instructions itself from received from DOT. Sometimes it is because of lack of full understanding of the subject itself. So I'm very happy that in this program we have also introduced the explanation to the very instructions itself, which are to be followed by the officers in the field. Apart from that, another important thing is that we have all done rollout obligation. After we do the drive test, the service provider takes the data dump and he says that he will give the result of post-processing tool after 3-4 days. Now, in this intervening period, what is happening with the data? We have no information, and we didn't have understanding also as to how this post-processing tool works. Are there any variables that can be fed into the system so as to change the overall result itself? So now that we are going to have very focused training on post-processing tool also, I am sure that our officers will be sufficiently, informed and skilled so that they are in a position to decipher what is happening during the course of processing of data collected during the drive test. So it is very important that each one of us has good understanding of most aspects of tools and testers. And now that RF planning also has been assigned to some of the LSS, this will be a very interesting job, also challenging job for our officers. And luckily we have been able to schedule this program. Of course, we scheduled it on request of all the LSAs who have been demanding that we should have such a program. I would have been very happy that this program was done on physical mode so that officers can actually have look and feel of the testers, etc. And there is actual measurement of EMF, etc. in the field that is demonstrated. But I'm sure that enough time has been given, and in this remote medium also we will be in a position to impress upon people and explain all the intricacies of measurements, test results, etc. Of course, it would have been certainly much better, but in the hindsight, if you see that we are otherwise able to train 60, 70 people all at a time, but physically it was not possible for more than 20, 25 officers to attend the program. So there are certain, benefits and losses in this process, but I am sure that NTI-PRIT will be able to come up to the expectations of the participants, and everybody will appreciate the course when it is conducted. We have made sure that all the manufacturers are involved in this program. All the tools and testers, manufacturers, vendors, etc., they are also involved. The NARDA EMF tester is available with all the LSS. So the FASTEC officers will be here to explain all the details to you. So I'm very confident that this will be a successful program, and I have to congratulate you and congratulate Sunil Kumar and for his able leadership, and also Ashok's involvement in this whole process. Also Sunil, who is his member currently, he's in his office. All these officers have done a wonderful job in stitching together a wonderful program, and I am sure it will benefit one and all. So with this, I thank everyone for participating in this program, especially our member for kindly inaugurating this seminar, for his benign presence here today, and wish all the best to all the participants of this training program. Thank you very much. Back to Ashok, please.
Thank you, sir. So thank you for very good, nice speech, your speech, sir, wherein you rightly said that physical mode of training would have been much more better, but with the pandemic situation of the pandemic, this is the best we are able to do, sir. And one thing which we have done for this training, sir, that during the post-processing tool training, we would also be giving the licenses of post-processing tool. The Keysight, the OEM, have agreed to provide certain licenses of that, and our trainees would be able to install the post-processing tool, and whatever data they might have collected during the drive test which they have done in past, they will be able to load and do the post-processing tool and learn about that. So we'll try to make up for the physical training in this manner, sir, and I hope people will enjoy doing the post-processing on their machines. Sir, with that, now, just a moment, sir. Yeah, so now time has come for inaugural address, keynote address by our member services DCC. Sir is also DG Telecom. So may I request member services, sir, for keynote address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ashok.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure to be with all of you on the occasion of inaugural ceremony of the training program on RF planning, drive testing, QoS testing, and EMF measurement being conducted by NTI PRIT for officers of Department of Telecommunications. At the outset, I would like to congratulate NTI PRIT, ably led by Shri UK Srivastav, Senior DDG and Head NTI PRIT, for conceptualizing and conducting this much needed training program for our officers, especially officers of LSAs who undertake periodic audits wherein they conduct rollout testing, QoS drive tests, check EMF radiations from mobile towers, etc. to ensure safety and security of telecom network across India, including effective compliance to license conditions issued by Telegraph Authority. Friends, as we are aware, information technology and the ability to connect and communicate is a fundamental part of how this society operates. In today's digital ecosystem, telecommunication has become the foundation for businesses, governments, communities, and families to seamlessly connect and share information. The societal importance of telecommunications is well accepted and broadly understood, reflected in its near ubiquitous penetration and use. Some of the key areas of importance of telecommunications are: telecommunications provides a technological foundation for societal communications. Communication plays a central role in the fundamental operations of a society, from businesses to government to families. In fact, communication among people is the essence of what distinguishes an organization, community, or society from a collection of individuals. Communication, from web browsing to cell phone calling to instant messaging, has become increasingly integrated into how we work, play, and live. Telecommunications enables participation and development. Telecommunications plays an increasingly vital role in enabling the participation and development of people in communities and nations disadvantaged by geography, whether in India or in the global society and economy. Telecommunications provides vital infrastructure for national security. From natural disaster recovery to homeland security to communication of vital intelligence to continued military security, telecommunications plays a pivotal role. When the issue is of national security, it is essential not only to preserve telecommunications capability, but also to have a superior capability. Telecom networks are critical installations which form the backbone of India's digital economy and security. Expansion of telecom network and services across the country and its proper upkeep are essential to meet the ever-growing demands of the citizens and for realizing the vision of inclusive growth. The success of initiatives like Digital India, Smart Cities, and Right to Broadband, which the government intends to implement in mission mode, depends on this critical and essential infrastructure. For achieving the objectives such as promoting universal service and universal access, which includes ensuring coverage in rural and remote areas, enabling greater quality prospects irrespective of locations of citizens and service providers, and to address public concern over health effects from exposure to electromagnetic field radiation, the Telegraph Authority, that is Department of Telecommunications, Government of India, issues conditions for rollout of network as per rollout obligations, norms for limit to EMF radiations from mobile towers, etc., which are defined in the license agreement and are to be complied by all the licensees, that is telecom service providers. Similarly, the regulator, that is Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, monitors the health of telecom network across the country to QoS parameters laid down by TRAI's QoS regulations, which are issued from time to time. The country's pan-India telecom network is divided into licensed service areas. At the licensed service area level, the conditions of the license issued by the Telegraph Authority are enforced by field units of Department of Telecommunications, also called LSA units. Hence, it becomes important for our officers and staff, especially posted at field units, to have in-depth understanding of various guidelines, test procedures issued by DOT, TEC, and are properly trained in radio frequency planning, measurement of EMF from mobile towers, cellular coverage planning, conducting drive tests for coverage, QoS, and network optimization, etc., including operation of tools and test equipments required for these tests, so that they are able to monitor safely and security of telecom networks running in their areas and provide proper reports on various parameters to the headquarters as and when required. I am told that the first batch of this training program is comprising of 89 shortlisted officers from various units of DOT like LSAs, TEC, WPC, USOF, DOT headquarters, and also officers from TRAI, CDOT, etc. My best wishes to all the shortlisted officers for the training program. I am further told that during the training program, NTIPRIT has planned to invite expert speakers from administration, regulator, telecom service providers, original equipment manufacturers, etc. I hope through the wide spectrum of speakers available, participants develop holistic understanding of radio frequency planning, measurement of EMF from mobile towers, cellular coverage planning, conducting dry tests for coverage, quality of service, and network optimization, etc. And also learn operation of tools and test equipments required for conducting these tests. Thank you all once again for all your kind attention and listening to me patiently. Once again, my best wishes to NTIPRIT and to all the successful participants. Thank you. I wish this program great success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, now may I request member services, sir, to kindly declare this training program open.
Yes, Ashok.
Thank you, sir.
Declare this training program open.
Thank you, sir. So now we have come to the end part of the inaugural session. So a vote of thanks. So now I request our DDG training, Adhir Kumar Singhal, sir, to offer vote of thanks on this occasion. Over to you, sir.
Thanks, dear Ashok. It is a privilege. It is a privilege for me to deliver this vote of thanks address where our honorable member services is available, and he has kindly agreed and as always made himself available for the inauguration ceremony of this very, very important program, RF tools and testers. Member services, while delivering his address, has rightfully explained the requirement of communication in this pandemic-driven world. In his detailed address, he was able to tell all of us with a lot of clarity the role the communication is going to play, especially the mobile communication in the world of digital economy, as well as the strategic importance of the telecommunication in the current world. Thank you so much, sir, for being available with NTIPRIT always and guiding us to this new chapter of NTIPRIT, where we are too much dependent on this virtual mode of training. My special thanks goes to Senior DDG Shri UK Srivastava Sahab, whose wisdom and understanding of the vast number of topics and subjects both across telecommunication and out of telecommunication always amaze all of us. He has been a guiding light for us in anti-hybrid and very, very encouraging to all of the faculties to take up the new challenges and deliver the best from the anti-hybrid side. My thanks to Mr. Sunil Kumar. He is the right man to take out this particular workshop. Kerala has always been one of the most difficult terrain for any kind of RF planning because of its mountains, because of its hilly terrain, forest, urbanization. And Sunil has been, instrumental of doing all the RF coverage of the Kerala, and he is the right man to drive this course. Thanks Ashok also, who was always there with a lot of initiative and always tried to do the best and the most innovative things in his courses. So nice of you, Ashok. My sincere thanks goes to all the senior participants who are coming from the DOT as well as TEC and TRI for gracing this occasion of inauguration. So thank you so much. And lastly, my sincere thanks to the faculty member for anti-hybrid to joining in this inauguration program and making it a success. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ashok.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So before we say thank you to everyone for attending this inaugural session, there is an announcement for all the participants that today we have one session which will start from 12, just after 15 minutes. So we will close the inaugural session now with permission of the chair, and we'll reassemble at 12 for the first session of this course. So do I have permission to close the session, sir?
Yes, you can.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Closing the session, and all participants please join after 15 minutes at 12 for the first session of this training. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.